Hi, my name is Michele and I have my doctorate in physical therapy, and I'm a personal trainer and a health coach. And I help moms who have put themselves on the back burner finally lose that weight, get in shape, fit back into their clothes, and fix their metabolism so that they can have energy and get through their day all without dieting. So if you aren't subscribed to this channel, and let me know if you have any questions down below as I go through this video. So today I'm going to be talking about PCOS and exercise. So exercise is a great tool to use if you have PCOS. So it is a piece of the puzzle. It's not the complete answer. It's one piece of the puzzle, but it can definitely help with your symptoms and how your body is functioning. So when you have PCOS, you want to avoid any additional stress because any stress to your body is going to affect the way your hormones and your body works. So this also includes exercise. So if you over-exercise, so if you're doing too much exercise, that can actually stress your body. So especially think of this if you like to do cardio. Because if you do too much cardio, you might find that it actually stresses your body and leaves you hungry and craving more foods. But on the flip side, if you are not moving or exercising at all, that can actually be a stress on your body because our bodies are meant to move. Our muscles are made to move. We're not meant to sit in a chair all day. So there's two sides to this coin. So you want to make sure that you're not doing too much and you're not doing too little. So we're going to break this down a little bit more as we go through this video. So I also want to touch on insulin resistance. So this is very common in PCOS. So this is where your body is not responding to insulin as well. So exercise can be a great way to combat this a little bit. So doctors have connected that a lack of physical activity can contribute to insulin resistance. So this is a great place that you can start, and it's something you can do something about. So you can control whether you get some movement and whether you get some exercise in. So when you're thinking about how much exercise to do, I want you to start small. Going back to that first thing I said, you don't want to stress your body anymore. So we want to find that Goldilocks zone of exercise, that just right zone. So if you haven't been exercising, I want you to start small. So this might just be 5 to 10 minutes, and eventually I want you to work your way up to 30 minutes. But start small, and if 5 or 10 or 15 minutes is all you can do and all you can stay consistent with, that's okay. You can stick right there because doing that is better than not doing anything at all. So I also want you to think of intensity here. So I want you to start your intensity small. So especially if you're one who gets sore really easily or just really struggles to exercise, I want you to think almost like that was a little too easy. So you sort of start in the zone that seems a little too easy, and then you're just going to build on there each week and eventually work that intensity up. But if you start with something super hard or you go really hard, your muscles are going to get really sore. You're not going to want to work out the next day, and you're not going to enjoy exercise. So it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing where you have to be all in and you have to go at it hard, you have to do it a lot. That's not the way it works, and that's not the best way for your body to function. So another great thing to start with isn't even exercise, I just consider it movement. So this is getting your steps in, this is just walking. And when I'm talking about walking here, I'm not talking about the walking where you're breathing heavy. This is just moving, this is cleaning, this is going to the grocery store. So if you can bump up the amount of movement you get in each day, this can really help. So one, it helps with metabolism. So the more movement you get in throughout the day, that helps to boost your metabolism up. But this movement can also help with insulin resistance. So especially after you eat, if you get up and do some movement, this can help your body to use that energy you just ate. So those muscles start to contract and it uses that energy you just ate because food is ultimately energy. So this has that double whammy of walking. So we got the help to our metabolism and the help to insulin resistance. So if you don't even want to exercise, just think about walking and moving more. And again, it doesn't have to be the kind of walking where you're huffing and puffing. This can just be gentle walking, but really trying to get a lot of movement in throughout the day. So going on to my favorite type of exercise, it's going to be strength training. And this is because it just generally gets the best effect for most people. So when you're doing strength training, you are building your muscle. So I want to compare this to cardio real quick. So when you are doing cardio, you get this really big calorie burn at once, And then when you're done, that calorie burn ends. And typically for most people, when they do a lot of cardio, they're gonna feel really hungry after. They might have more cravings. And this is because you just created a big calorie deficit. And your metabolism doesn't really like that, especially if it's not used to it. So it's gonna bump up you feeling hungry and you having cravings. So if you notice this connected with cardio, you might wanna dial that cardio back or figure out a way that you can still do a little bit of cardio but not increase your hunger and cravings. Because this is actually going to slow your metabolism down, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep that metabolism strong and working well. So you don't want your body to think that it's going into starvation mode. So when you do strength training, it is going to build your muscle. So you're going to burn a little bit of calories while you do it, not near as much as cardio. But afterwards, as your muscles repair and rebuild, your body is going to continue burning calories to do that. So with strength training, you're going to get this longer calorie burn lasting up to 48 hours. And so that's where a real good benefit can come in. And the nice thing with strength training is it typically doesn't leave you really hungry or really craving food after. That's because you didn't burn a bunch of calories at once. So that has a double benefit there. So again, when you're starting with strength training, start small. You don't have to start big. So I have a 5-day exercise challenge that is free, and it includes strength training and yoga-based strength training. And it's just a really great way to get started, and you can repeat the challenge as many times as you want. And it starts with just 15 minutes a day. So it starts really simple and easy and doable because we can all devote 15 minutes. I know sometimes it may seem like you don't have 15 minutes, but if we just invest a little bit into our health and ourself, that we can start seeing those results and we can just start feeling better. So that leads me into yoga. So yoga can be another great thing for strength training. So when it comes to yoga, I like to sort of think in two categories here. So we have yoga that is more relaxation based. So it might be called gentle yoga. There's lots of different names. And that can be great, especially when your stress is high. So as we talked about in the beginning, that you don't want to overstress your body with exercise. Stress in general, you don't want to overstress your body either because that raises those stress hormones and all those other things that we don't want because we want our body to function well. So if your stress is just super high, doing that relaxation or gentle yoga can be a great place to start. But when you're ready, doing yoga that has strength training added can give you that double whammy benefit. So you're going to get the strength training benefit, those muscles burning, but you're also going to incorporate breathing and stress relief, and you sort of get that all done at once. So that is one of the great things about yoga when you're doing the right class. So also, when I'm talking about strength training here, I want your muscles to burn. So you want to feel those muscles working, and that signals you that your muscles are going to repair and rebuild later. But again, you don't want to do it so you feel so sore the next day. You want to find that just right zone. And don't be afraid the first couple weeks, if you're new to exercising, start easier. Make it seem like I'm not really doing anything. That's okay if you start like that. And then as the weeks goes on, just bump up that intensity. So these are some great ways that you can get started with exercise and movement so you can get your body, your hormones, your insulin, everything just functioning a little bit better. So if you enjoy this, make sure you subscribe to this channel. In the comments down below, let me know if you have any questions and I would be happy to answer those. Hope that you have a great day.